Feeling lonely? Nah, you're not lonely. You're just hiding from what's inside that needs to be confronted. It's called solitude. In solitude, you grow. Listen to the pain because it's telling you something you need to know. Be with it. Sit with it. Embrace that discomfort because that's where real change begins. You think you're alone? You're not. You're on a journey, and every step counts, even the painful ones. Let's get real for a second. Loneliness is an illusion. It's a mask that we wear to avoid facing the truths of our existence. We live in a world that bombards us with noise, with distractions, and we think that being busy means we're living. But when the silence creeps in, we feel that sting of solitude. That's your opportunity to dig deep. It's your chance to confront the shadows lurking in your mind. We've all got them, every single one of us. But the question is, are you willing to face them? Are you ready to step into the arena of your own mind and battle it out? Solitude is not your enemy, it's your ally. It's a gift that you have to unwrap. When you strip away all the distractions, the social media scrolling, the Netflix binges, the mindless chatter, you'll find what's left is raw, unfiltered you. And that's where the magic happens. When you're alone with your thoughts, that's when the real work begins. It's in those moments of stillness that you can hear your true self speaking. It might not be pretty, but it's real. It's authentic. Pain is a powerful teacher. It's uncomfortable as hell, but it's also necessary. It pushes you to your limits and forces you to reevaluate what you truly want out of life. Pain has a way of stripping away the bullshit and exposing the core of who you are. You need to lean into that pain, not run from it. Sit with it, feel it, allow it to wash over you like a tidal wave. Don't resist. Instead, let it teach you, mold you, and strengthen you. So many people are afraid of being alone, of facing their own thoughts. They think if they sit in silence for too long, they might uncover something they don't want to see. But let me tell you something. What you're hiding from is often far less frightening than the stories you tell yourself about it. You have to break that cycle. You have to confront the narrative you've built around your pain, your loneliness, your fears. Embrace the discomfort. When you start to feel that itch of loneliness creeping in, use it as a signal to take action. Don't drown it out with noise. Instead, grab a journal and write. Get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper. You'd be amazed at what you discover about yourself when you start putting pen to paper. It's cathartic, it's liberating, and it's a powerful way to confront those feelings head on. Solitude is your time to reflect. It's your chance to reevaluate your goals, your dreams, your purpose. Use that time wisely. When was the last time you took a step back and really examined your life? When was the last time you asked yourself if you're living the way you want to live? It's so easy to get caught up in the grind, to follow the path laid out by society. But is that what you truly want? When you're alone, you have the freedom to ask those hard questions. You have the space to explore your desires and your passions. Don't let fear hold you back. Dive deep into your mind and uncover the dreams you've buried under layers of doubt and insecurity. It's time to bring them back to the surface. It's time to confront them and breathe life into them. Now let's talk about fear. Fear is a constant presence in our lives. It creeps in when we least expect it, whispering lies into our ears. It tells you that you're not good enough, that you're not strong enough, that you'll never achieve your goals. But here's the thing. Fear is just a story. It's a narrative that you have the power to rewrite. You can take that fear and flip it on its head. Use it as fuel to propel you forward instead of allowing it to hold you back. When you're alone, You can confront that fear without distraction. You can look it square in the eye and say, "Not today." You can challenge those thoughts and beliefs that have been holding you hostage for far too long. You have the power to redefine your relationship with fear. Instead of letting it control you, use it as a catalyst for change. Allow it to drive you to push beyond your limits. And let's be real, life is about pushing limits. It's about stepping outside your comfort zone and taking risks. When was the last time you did something that scared the hell out of you? If you can't remember, it's time to shake things up. It's time to get uncomfortable. Those moments of discomfort are where the growth happens. That's where you discover who you truly are and what you're capable of. So next time you find yourself feeling lonely, don't shy away from it. Don't turn to distractions. Instead, lean into it. Embrace the solitude. Use that time to reflect, to confront your fears, to reevaluate your goals. Allow that loneliness to guide you to a deeper understanding of yourself. And remember, you're not alone in this struggle. We all feel lonely at times. We all have moments of doubt and fear. But it's how you respond to those moments that matters. Do you let them define you, or do you use them as stepping stones on your path to greatness? You have the power to choose. Life is a journey, and every journey has its ups and downs. Embrace the highs, learn from the lows, and don't shy away from the solitude. It's in those quiet moments that you can find your true strength. It's where you can discover the resilience that lies within you. You are stronger than you realize, and you have the ability to conquer any challenge that comes your way. So stand up and face your solitude head on. Don't hide from it. Let it empower you. Let it fuel your growth, and let it guide you to a life that's truly yours. It's time to take ownership of your journey. It's time to confront the truth of who you are and who you want to be. Your mind is a powerful weapon, and when you learn to harness it, there's nothing you can't achieve. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Embrace the solitude, sit with your pain, and listen to the lessons it has to offer. The journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. You are capable of incredible things, and it all starts with facing the truth of your existence. You've got this. Now go out there and show the world what you're made of. Confront those fears. Embrace your solitude and let your journey unfold. Life is waiting for you, and it's time to seize it. It's time to confront your loneliness, not as an enemy, but as a powerful ally in your quest for greatness. You are not alone. You are simply in the process of becoming who you were always meant to be. Loneliness. It's a word that makes people uncomfortable, something we all try to avoid. Most people run from it, drown it out with noise, distractions, people, social media. We've been conditioned to think being alone is the worst possible thing. But the truth is, loneliness can be your greatest weapon, your toughest teacher, and it can make you stronger than you've ever imagined. See, when you're alone, there's no one to hide behind, no one to blame for your failures. It's just you and the brutal reality of who you are. Loneliness strips away the masks and forces you to confront your weaknesses, your fears, your insecurities. It holds up a mirror and gives you two choices: grow or crumble. It's painful, but it's also the ultimate training ground for resilience. When there's no one to validate you, no one to cheer you on, you're left to rely on your own strength, your own willpower. I've been there, in those dark, silent moments where it felt like no one cared if I succeeded or failed. But instead of feeling sorry for myself, I used that time. I used the loneliness to sharpen myself, to become self-sufficient, to build the kind of strength that doesn't waver when things get tough. I learned to be my own motivator, my own critic, and my own savior. When you show up for yourself in those moments, when you fight battles in solitude and come out stronger, you become unbreakable. The world wants you to believe you need others to feel whole, to feel important, to feel happy. But real strength comes from within. It comes from surviving the darkness alone, from knowing you're enough, that you faced your own demons and won. It's not about the applause, the pats on the back, or the external validation. It's about the quiet confidence of knowing you have your own back, that you can face anything life throws at you. Loneliness teaches you discipline, accountability, and true resilience. It's not easy, and it sure as hell isn't pleasant. But if you embrace it, if you use it to grow, you'll discover a strength you never knew you had. You become someone who doesn't crumble under pressure, who doesn't need a crowd to keep pushing forward. You learn to thrive in the silence, to turn it into your greatest ally. Because once you become comfortable being alone, you realize you're unstoppable.